Hi, my name is Leslie and welcome to my channel. Today I wanted to talk about my June TBR. I know we are already over a week through June, which is a little bit crazy, but I still want to talk about it. So here we are. My TBR is actually going to be pretty small. I think with everything going on in the world, it's just been a little hard to concentrate on reading. I need to continue reading for a myriad of reasons, but specifically it helps me to stay off other websites and wasting my time doing other things that truthfully just kind of bring me down. So I have a few books that I want to read this month. One I'm actually almost done with, which is Persuasion by Jane Austen. I am reading this as a buddy read with Robert over at Barter Hordes. I'm not a huge Jane Austen fan. I've said that in previous videos, but as of now, I'm actually really enjoying Persuasion, and I will talk about it more in a wrap up, but so far so good. The next book that I will read before the end of the month is Gone with the Wind by Margaret Mitchell. I'm reading this as part of Krista over at Books and Jams, her Goodreads group. I've only listened to like maybe a couple hours and then I switched over to Persuasion, so I haven't read too much of it, but I'm really liking it. So I'm hoping that as soon as I'm done with Persuasion, I can dedicate a bunch of time to Gone with the Wind. The next book on this list was the one I didn't finish last month, which is Clan of the Cave Bear by Jane Owl. I think someone pronounced it that way. A story of a girl during like prehistoric times who ends up joining another clan, and kind of that relationship and coming of age story a little bit. This is part of a 4 or 5 book series, and I liked it. I've read about a quarter of it and I really liked it. I just need to dedicate more time to print reading. I am kind of terrible at that, which brings me sort of to my next book, which is Little House on the Prairie by Laura Ingalls Wilder. I actually read Little House in the Big Woods in May and I forgot to talk about it. I'd read it before and everybody sort of knows what these books are about. I like that they're so easy to read. I mean, the print is huge. So it's a good print book that I can read that kind of doesn't take as much concentration. And again, like I said, I'm not great at reading books in print anymore, which is just sort of blasphemy to say as a booktuber, but I just listen to so many audiobooks that I want to force myself to read a few more books in print. After those books, I really don't have anything else on my TBR. I'm feeling a very moody, not really in a bad way, but like in a mood read way, where there are lots of books that I want to read, but I'm just not sure what my mood is going to want at the time to pick up another book. I know a few books that I also want to read. Lord of the Rings, they're not available through my library apps, so I'm waiting for our library to open, which I think is actually in a couple of weeks, which I'm looking forward to so much. I would also like to read something funny. If anybody has a good humor book, I would be super interested in that. I know a couple of years ago I read The Old Man's War by John Scalzi, and that book is a sci-fi book set in the future where old men or old people, I guess I should say, not just men, but old people can choose to become like space army people, as far as I can remember. And I don't know if it prolongs their life, or I can't remember exactly the premise, but I read it. It's pretty hilarious and I did enjoy it, but I've never continued on with the series. So maybe I should just pick up the second book. I mean, I might enjoy that. If you've read it, let me know. Other than that, if you have some good recommendations, I'm really open to it, just because I feel a little bit directionless. I'm just not sure what I want to read, but I know I just want to keep in the habit of reading, and I think it's good for our mind and our spirit and our bodies. So I'm all for it. I just need to commit to actually reading them. So I hope you're having a great day, and I will talk to you next time.